Let me talk to you about a bank that is so underrated. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. US Bank has been kicking ass for the last 20 years, yet they're not actually recognized nationally. They should be more known. They should be more like they should be really up there in terms of the big banks in this country, but they still are looked at as a regional mid-tier bank. Now, in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the fantastic business loans that they have, and I want to explain to you how to apply and how to actually get the loan that you need, especially if you are looking for EIN, if you are looking for an EIN only application. Okay, let me give you the overview you need to really keep in mind. First, when we talk about US Bank, we're looking at a bank that's very generous. They actually can approve business loans from 5,000 all the way to 12.4 million. In some cases, $15 million. This is just fantastic. They're very generous. Okay. I mean, obviously they have the balance sheet for it. They have the financially heft for this. Okay. And they actually take care of all kinds of businesses. If you're a new business, they'll take care of you. If you have an established business, they'll take care of you. You know, the funny thing is people always say, well, big banks, they're not going to pay attention to you if you're a startup. That's not true. That's totally not true. We have been in this game for the last 20, 25 years. We know that's not true. Okay. If you are a startup, there are ways to apply for a business loan from a bank if you want to get it. So the interest rates, when it comes to US Bank, the interest rates start at around 8%. Okay. So US Bank is really great for business owners who prefer a personalized face-to-face lending experience, especially if they are in the geography that US Bank covers. Okay. You will work with a business banker and can receive in-person support when applying. And so this lender, US Bank, is also suitable if you have a solid credit rating and want to take advantage of its competitive APRs, even if you're just starting out. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having conversations about US Bank. It's just fantastic. So US Bank is not for borrowers who prefer an online lender. Okay. If you want a rapid approval process and you want a funding time that actually is like super fast, you're not going to get that with US Bank. US Bank, they love to take their time. Okay. Expect 3 to 5 days. They will probe things. They will go granular here. They'll analyze, overanalyze, super analyze. They do this all the time. Okay. Here are the pros and cons when it comes to US Bank. The pros. Most interest rates are disclosed online. They have an online application for some loans, and they have a wide variety of loan products. What about the cons? You have a high maximum interest rate. Okay. You have a limited qualification information. So this is the kind of the lack of transparency we don't like with US Bank. Okay. They're not perfect. Okay. They're good, but they're not perfect. And they do have a limited state footprint. That's what I said before, that they're not a national player. They're a regional player. Let me talk to you about the scope that you need to think about when you are considering a US Bank business loan. The thing you have to understand here is that there is no limitation. There's no major limitation on the kind of use of loan proceeds US Bank places before approving business loans. What I'm trying to say here is that they're flexible. Okay. They are really, they can actually approve loans for a constellation of activities. I'm talking about business debt refinance, not a problem. Equipment purchase, not a problem. If you want to get a new location, not a problem. Okay. If you want to do a product or a service expansion, not a problem. US Bank will actually approve that. If you want to, let's say you want to increase your working capital, they'll take care of you as well. Okay. And by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are talking about US Bank business loans, and EIN only is possible. So I'm giving you a granular guide that will help you actually improve your chances of being approved right off the bat. Okay. So when we talk about US Bank, they do a lot of things. They actually do practice financing. I mean, they're not the only one. Wells Fargo does the same thing. Bank of America does the whole thing, does the same thing too. The big banks do that. They actually finance healthcare practices, because I think that they believe that there's a lot of money to be made in this industry anyway. And US Bank also provides term loans, business term loans, business lines of credit. They do also commercial real estate loans. This is really important to really think about. I'll talk about the the loan typology later on, but I just want to quickly let you know that they're very flexible, and they also have business credit cards. Okay, so again, here is a player who is really good, and in terms of overall scores, they are really fantastic. Okay, we have actually scored them 9.4 over 10, and we think they're a great player. One thing I also need to say here is that when you think about US Bank, one of the forte is transparency and flexibility. So they actually have a plethora of loan types, and you may be able to change your payment date over the phone. Okay, customer service is just fantastic. So overall, fantastic. 9.4. And let me quickly talk about eligibility. So how do you qualify for a US Bank small business loan? Because this is an important element. I mean, if you are listening to me right now, you want to boost your chances of qualifying for a US Bank business loan. First of all, make sure that your state, your business is in a state that US Bank covers. And that's very easy to do. Just go to the bank's website. You want to enter your company's zip code, okay? And the US Bank, their algorithm will let you know if they are in the state and where is your nearest branch located at. Okay, your nearest US branch bank, no, US Bank branch located at. Okay, so they want to have in terms of so once you actually qualify for the geography thing, they want you to have a US Bank checking account. Okay, they want you, they also have a time in business kind of requirements. If you have 6 months in business, they'll take care of you, not a problem. And they want you to have a personal credit score of around 600. So this is something that's really important, that they actually pay attention to this a lot. So you have a 600. In terms of business's financial standing, you're looking at the so they'll start paying attention to your balance sheet. So they will look at your cash flow statements, your balance sheet, and your statement of income. So US Bank is known for actually probing a lot into companies' financial statements when it comes to loans, all kinds of loans for that matter. It doesn't matter if this is like a 1-year loan, a 2-year loan, whatever, they will do the same probing. Okay, so granularity is really important for US Bank. And so US Bank also wants you to have strong personal finances. Okay, so we're speaking about you actually, either you have a job or you have another source of generating revenue. So this is only important if your business is not generating enough revenue. So US Bank wants to look at your personal affairs, and be comfortable that you are generating enough revenue to actually take care of the loan, the business loan, should your company go under, should your company go bankrupt, right? So it's just US Bank trying to cover their ass, that's just what it is. But overall, this is a great, so you can see that their requirements in terms of a loan eligibility are not really that complicated. Now, I want to really dig a little deeper about the types of loans that US Bank actually offers. Okay. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's conversation, the topic. We're having a conversation about US Bank business loans, how to qualify, even with EIN only. Okay, it is possible. How do you qualify in general? First of all, you have to know the business loan type offers. So, as I said before, you have a typology, a very diverse typology of loan types. So you have a US Bank offers something called quick loan. So quick loan, you have a loan amounts that go from $5,000 to $250,000. For the terms, you have up to 84 months and interest rate from 7.99%. So this is kind of cool. And the thing here is that you also have something called a cash flow manager line of credit. And here you are actually getting loan amounts up to $250,000 and the interest rate that is prime, there is prime plus 1.99%. Okay, and so this is about 13 to 15%. But so it is what it is. So they have quick loan, they have a cash flow manager line of credit. They have one thing I should have said about the cash flow manager line of credit is that lines of $50,000 or less come with a $150 annual revenue, not annual revenue. I'm not talking about annual fee. So if you borrow less from that line, they'll actually will charge you. I mean, US Bank is making money anyway, so they'll charge you $150. Okay, but if you take more, then they will waive that requirements. Okay, and you also have the commercial real estate loans. Okay, so this is another type of loan that US Bank actually offers. Here you have amounts that go from $1,000 to all the way to $10 million. In terms, we have 5, 10, or 15 years. And when we talk about 1,000, you can have a commercial real estate loan for 1,000. That's true, because some developers, they actually borrow for everything. Even sometimes they borrow in layers. Okay, so this is what it is. And US Bank also has they also have SBA loans. Okay, they do SBA loans. Here you have loan amounts up to $12.3 million, $12.375 million, and the terms up to 25 years. Okay, and you also have equipment loans where you have up to $1 million, and the terms 24 to 60 months. So you can see that overall this is a solid bank, and they have been doing a lot of great things over the last 3 years, or even 5 years for like since when we started really digging deeper, and it's just fantastic. I want to talk to you now about qualification. And when we talk about getting a US bank loan with the US bank loan, and I even said with EIN only, EIN only is really possible. EIN only just means that you apply for this business loan, for a business loan for that matter, at a US bank. You want to go to the nearest US bank branch. You want to sit down, you want to do the whole application at a branch. Don't you look for shortcuts. Don't you try to do this application at home and expect quick approval. It won't happen, boss. It won't happen. What will happen here is that you'll be pissed, you'll be disappointed, and this is not going to help you. Okay, so US Bank does not disclose its full eligibility guidelines for business loans on its website. Having said that, we have experience with dealing with US Bank on the business side for ourselves, but also for our business clients. So it's really important to remember that there are other offerings from other lenders, typically that come with a minimum credit score, annual revenue, and time and business requirements. So ideally, you should have a good or excellent FICO credit score to have the best chance of qualifying for a business loan with competitive terms, right? So a solid business credit score helps you too. So most banks require at least 2 years in business. So whether we're speaking about US Bank, what I'm trying to say, US Bank is not the only one. It's not the only one. It's not the only institution asking for a business plan. They ask for business financial statements. They ask for minimum credit score. They ask for your income. They ask for financial projections also. Okay, this is really important to keep in mind. And what I want to say here is that if you want to qualify quickly for a US bank loan, especially with EIN only, you want to apply at a branch, and you want to actually make sure that you are separating, in fact and in appearance, your business from your business from your person. So basically US Bank has to be able to prove to regulators, because regulators are the last persons that you don't want to deal with. Those are the ones who actually make you do whatever you have to do. So long story short, you do have the possibility to get qualified for a US bank loan. What about suitability? Let's talk about suitability here. What are we talking about? So suitability means that, we're asking ourselves, is this the best loan for you? Is this loan for you? Let me talk to you about what we like and what we don't like. And as I said before, and as I said, throughout this show, US Bank offers a wide constellation of loan products, business loan products, personal loan products, but you want to consider potential drawbacks before deciding if one business loan is the right loan for you. Okay. So in terms of what we like with US Bank is that they have attractive minimum interest rates. Okay. So the minimum interest rates on quick loans, for example, is 7.99%, while the cash flow management lines of credits start at prime plus 1.99%. Okay. And you have online applications, so you can apply online for select quick loans and the cash flow manager line of credit. So basically, many big banks lending to small businesses require in-person applications for all plans. So all plans are all loans also. And US Bank has a wide variety of loan products. Okay, we're speaking about from general products like the quick loan to niche products like the McDonald's franchise funding program. what we don't like. So interest rates are not fully disclosed online, okay, and they do have limited qualification information, and they do have limited state footprint. So those are really things you have to. But hey, listen, U.S. Bank is available in 28 states. 28 states. That's really good. I mean, okay, that's really more. That's more than half the country in terms of number of states. So you got to give them kudos for the great job they've been doing. And so they're the one who actually are constantly, again, they're constantly pushing the boundaries. They're constantly introducing new stuff to the market. And I really think that they should be. What we have to see here is that as long as you qualify for their loans, as long as you qualify for their geography, if you are their geography, you should go for a U.S. bank loan. And one thing for sure, you can always apply at a branch. But we have seen in our own example is that you can actually apply for a U.S. bank business loan even if you don't have you don't live in the state of coverage. In other words, if you are an online seller, you can still qualify for a U.S. bank loan. I mean, we know this for a fact because we have done it. Our team has done it. Okay, so this is totally possible out there. I want to talk to you about the application. Okay, so let's have a quick convo about how to apply for a loan with U.S. Bank. Now, the application process depends on the loan type. So you can apply online for general purpose and equipment, quick loans, and cash flow manager lines of credit. Okay, but it's always better, and we have said this on other shows, it's always better to make an appointment to speak with the business banker if you seek another type of loan, or you just need to have a better understanding of the funding process in general. Okay, and because instead of you actually just applying for the business loan and just putting everything in the mail and just mailing to U.S. Bank, why not just work in and speaking to going to a branch, for example, and actually talking to someone and having the conversation you need real quick. So remember that if you want to know more information, you want to have more information, you want to call 1-888-919-0502. Okay, 1-888-919-0502. So you can receive live support. And you can also make an appointment using the online scheduler to speak with the banker virtually by phone or in person. So you have lots of access there. This is really good. You also have you have to provide other type of information. We have required application information. So articles of organization, articles of incorporation, personal and business tax returns. We have gross annual sales information. You have business tax ID number. And we have company financial statements. And the thing here is that if you want to get a loan from U.S. Bank or any other lender for that matter, any other big loan, any other big bank, always make sure everything starts with a relationship. So you want to apply for a business loan at a bank with whom or with which you have already established a relationship. So this is going to help. This is going to help you a lot in the future because you will really understand the importance of relationships, but the importance of the ability to beef up your business credit really quick. So this is really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that when we talk about applying for a business loan at U.S. Bank, besides the relationship, make sure that you also give them a lot of your business in terms of services like merchant cash advances or payroll services. This will help you a lot. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about U.S. Bank business loans, and I was giving you a few hacks here and there to actually apply. So we have the overview, the scope, the eligibility, the loans, this qualification, the suitability, and the application. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.